Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are revisiting War of the Planet of the Apes. Yes, the new movie has come out recently now, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This is the fourth movie in the franchise, of course, to hit cinemas. But in 2017, there was the third one, directed by Matt Reeves, and that, of course, is War of the Planet of the Apes. We get everyone coming back we normally had in the previous movies. Andy Serkis, Karen Conneval, Terry Notary, all the people that we've grown to love and stuff like that. But in this one, we get the Colonel, the addition of a new human, which again, if you've watched my previous videos of the first two movies, the fact that the humans continue to change is annoying in this trilogy. It's my one gripe about it, and I'm not sure why they decided to do it. Annoying. But however, Woody Harrelson is the Colonel in this, and the title says it all. War of the Planet of the Apes. Humans decide to go to war with the apes and finally try and take what's back theirs. And, it ultimately ends a trilogy of movies in a very beautiful way, I'm not going to lie. There is spoilers in this video. The film has been out for the best part of 7 years, so I'm going to spoil it. But yeah, the film ends in a very, very nice, peaceful way where we see Caesar, obviously, meet the end of his life. And it was a real disappointment for me to see him pass on. I totally forgot that he died. Totally did. So rewatching this, definitely was required and needed for me to, catch up in that regard. But yeah, he passed away, and it's the end of Caesar's story, if you will. And, you could say now, what are people going to do in the next one? What's the fourth one going to be about? Who knows? We don't know. So we don't know what's going to happen in the fourth one. This is going to be the many generations after this, where the apes have, they won the war and they've basically taken over the world now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that fourth movie. But War of the Planet of the Apes, though, does follow on, and I think Matt Reeves does a fantastic job of, honing in what he did in his first one, I guess, in terms of Dawn, because he directed the second one as well as the third one, and he carries that on, and the theme is exactly the same. It is very different to the first one in terms of Rise. Rise definitely sets the foundations of what's going to happen, and it's a really good first entry. Dawn then is like, I guess, other than the Rise, they do rise up in a way, but they actually start to become, speaking in Dawn, and then in War, then they've clued up enough to be able to outsmart humans and fight them and all that. It is undeniably one of the most amazing visually looking films ever. There is moments when I'm watching this franchise where I've had to pinch myself and think, this is not real. These are not real apes. These are computer generated, humans who are acting like apes, and they've added then a skin, if you will, on top of, a human computer generated suit. And it's really, really unique. Obviously, the motion capture aspect has been around for years now, with Andy Serkis doing it for Gollum and then many roles since. And now he's playing Caesar, which arguably I think is one of his best roles. He honestly embodies this character. But this film does fall a bit short for me in that regard. It's a technological masterclass, but I think enjoyment level, this is one of the worst ones in terms of my enjoyment of this film. It does drag a bit. There is long segments in this film where it does feel like it goes on forever. It is 140 minutes long, so there is moments in this where it does feel very painful at sometimes in that regard. But you have to then acknowledge on the flip side the technological advancement, the lighting, the actual cinematography of this, the fact that this has never been, I think I read an article that none of the Planet of the Apes movies have never been nominated for a award. Like, blows my mind how that is even a thing in terms of like visual effects awards. Like, I think that would be amazing. The score as well by Michael Giacchino is just very, very good, and I really hope he comes back for the fourth one. I'm not too sure if he did. But I think War for the Planet of the Apes is really interesting, a really good third entry. Enjoyment level not so high, but rating the film as a film is very solid, so I gave it a 4-star. I think, when I'm ranking these films, this could be more on the lower end of that ranking, so stay tuned for that coming soon. But I think overall, Matt Reeves' introduction, he definitely turned the franchise into, a bit more of a serious, darker element, which obviously he's done with his Batman aspects. When you're looking at the first director, Rupert Wyatt's, his actual direction, and he got everything I felt a bit right. The film wasn't so long, it was just over 100 minutes. This one's over 140. I think Dawn is about 130. I think some of them can drag on a little bit, and it's a bit painful at times, And going into the new one, obviously we get a new director, so a new fresh aspect, so that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. So of course, stay tuned for that review coming up very soon in the next day or so. And of course, after that, I'll have my ranking video ranking all 4 movies in the franchise so far. But if you've missed the first 2 videos, go back and watch those, Rise as well as Dawn. They are there on the channel. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and of course, I'll see you in the next one.